Hey guys, what is up? This is Cody or xCodeh. How's it going today? Hopefully everybody watching this video is having yourself a snazzy day. Let me know in the comments down below where you're watching the video from, inside or outside of the United States. I always love to know. But today's video, I have a life story to tell you, and if you enjoy the video at any point, please leave a like on it. Helps the channel grow, trying to get that 1 million subs. So it was my freshman year in high school. This was maybe 2-3 weeks into the year, so it was like I was like a freshman, dude. I was like brand new into the high school, and I was already getting in trouble, man. I was already messing up left and right. I wasn't doing anything too terrible. I was coming in super late almost every single day because I'd always miss the bus, dude. I'd oversleep, miss the bus. On top of it, my dad would bring me to Dunkin' Donuts, hook it up with the iced coffee and the bagel, dude. Those were good times, back when Dunkin' was actually good. Now it's kind of low-key mid. So the accumulation of going to Dunkin' Donuts every morning and missing the bus because I'd be smoking weed, or, you know, just missing the bus because I overslept. The accumulation of days late to the school revolved in one of like I don't know, I think it was an administration person came down. Some person came down to the trailer behind the school where the special ed program was I was in, sat down like 3 or 4 kids, including me, around this circle table, and, you know, just paper stack on the table. All right, so we have 4 late days for you, 5 late days for you. And they look over to me, 15 late days. We're 3 weeks into school, buddy. Like, gave me one of those looks. And I'm like, yikes. So the 2 people that had like 4 or 5 got off with a warning, but they looked over to me and they're like, all right, you've been late 15 times. We're going to have to give you a Saturday school. And I'm like, oh crap, man. Like, I've never had to do anything like that. I never got in trouble like that severely in middle school, other than like stealing candy from the principal. That was a really funny story. I'd get kicked out of class all the time, but they'd never give me a Saturday school. I feel like that's a high school thing. So I'm like spooked in my boots, like, oh crap, man. Like, what is that gonna be like? And then everybody in the class was like, it's no big deal, dude. You just gotta come in on Saturday at 10 in the morning and just do work or something. So that definitely sucked to find that out. And it kind of made me think, all right, I gotta catch my bus, dude. They actually got to me a little bit. I was like, all right, I gotta get to school on time. Like, I wasn't in that, like, I don't care attitude just yet. Saturday rolls around, 9 in the morning. I was even late to the Saturday school, dude. I showed up like 20 minutes late to the Saturday school, and I walk all the way to the other side of it was like in this top floor, all the way down the hallway. I had no idea where I was going to, so I got there 20 minutes late. Now I'm roaming around the school trying to find people. There's no one in the school because it's Saturday. There's just this one classroom on the very far corner of the school. I go in there, it is dead silent, like just the most silent you could ever imagine. There's just like a teacher. They look up at me with disgust, like, you're late to Saturday school? Like, just gave me that look in my face. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, all right, just sit down there and start doing work. And I sit down and I'm like, I don't have any work. Because the special ed program I was in, especially my freshman year, there was 0 homework. Absolutely 0 homework. So all the work we did was done in class, and I didn't have any makeup work because they were 3 weeks into school. Like, I can't even believe that there's 4 or 5 other kids in there with me. It must have just been for the late days, though. That's the only thing I could imagine, because like none of the kids in there were in the program I was in that was like for degens, like the kids that would just do anything they wanted, not do any work, show up late, just not care at all about school. They'd put them all into one room. So I'm sitting there and I sit down and I'm just like, oh, I have nothing to do. So I just put my head down on the desk, and like as soon as the cheek hit the arm, dude, the moment I'm just about to go to sleep, there's just like, oh no, you can't sleep in Saturday school. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, so I just have to sit here for 3 hours and do nothing. She wouldn't even let me draw. Like, I started doodling. She's like, no, work only. She'd be pacing around the classroom, making sure everyone was doing actual work. There was one kid on a laptop, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, I could be sitting here playing RuneScape if I had a laptop, like slyly, you know, like doing it on the side or something. This was right when old school RuneScape like re-released. Such good times, man. I'm definitely my favorite game of all time. I'm such a nerd with it. I think I have 6,000 hours on my old school account. It's greasy. That's right. That's what it is. Greasy. So I make some executive decisions in my head. I'm thinking to myself, am I really going to sit here for 3 hours and just do nothing, or am I gonna go and have a nice day? All right, the sun was shining. It was a beautiful day outside, and I was like, you know what? if I can't sleep right now, I looked at the teacher and I was like, if you're not going to let me go to sleep, I'm leaving. Dude, the look on her face. The redness builds, dude. The anger, the steam, the cartoon steam coming out of her ears. I could just see it in her head. Like, excuse me? I used to love that, man. I used to love that. That's like one of my favorite parts about high school is making the teachers mad, because none of the normal kids would say anything like the things that would come out of my mouth, or anybody in the special ed program. Like, they were baffled. They were 10 out of 10, category 6 shocked when they would hear me like talk back to them, or even think about talking back to them. They were like, what? What did you say? So I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave. I grabbed my things, grabbed my backpack, and just started walking out. She's following me out of the classroom like, excuse me, you can't leave Saturday school. What do you think you're doing? I just kept walking, earbuds in, dude, max volume, probably listening to Cushion Orange Juice Still Blazing or something. That was right when I got into Wiz Khalifa, man. I'll never forget the buddy that showed me Cushion Orange Juice at the round table in the trailer, dude, the special ed program. I feel the need to bring up the special ed thing just because I love you guys' comments about that. Cody's always trying to say he wasn't in special ed, but he totally was. So I just stroll right out of the school. It didn't give me that thrill feeling that when you'd leave school grounds during the day to go smoke a cig or something. That was a thrill, dude. It was like you're a Ninja Warrior and you gotta like go real quick and run when the security guard's not looking and hope the cameras don't catch you. And so I go to the across the street spot. I'll show a picture on screen of what it looks like. I've actually been here in a vlog if you haven't seen it. I'll put a card up there in the screen, dude. You should check it out. And I just start calling everybody. I'm going down the list of friends on my phone like I'm trying to find Bud or something. And the one person that picks up, one of the worst influences imaginable. It was one of the people that was there on my last story video where I got robbed after I got faded off of whatever they decided to put in that bowl. It wasn't the person who actually robbed me, but it was like his best friend. They were like the dynamic duo of degenerate. Like they would just do anything to have fun. I'm like, hey dude, I just skipped Saturday school. You want to hang out? And he's just like, yeah, I guess I got nothing else to do today. It's a nice day. So I walk all the way to his house, about halfway, dude, about halfway. I get the phone call from my dad. You left Saturday school? I can't believe you. Where are you? And I'm like, yeah, I just started walking downtown. I'm gonna hang out with some friends. And he was furious, dude. He was furious. But the best part is he had to go to work, so he couldn't come and pick me up. So I was just chilling, dude. I was chilling. It got a little bit worse than that a little later in the story, though. I get all the way to my buddy's house, which was honestly pretty close to the high school. It was very convenient. Like whenever we'd leave school, we'd just go and walk to his house. And he had his own like roll your own cigarette station because his parents smoked big cigarettes, like just cigarette after cigarette. So he had like the whole station on the kitchen. I think it was the dining room table, dude. He had like a cigarette maker, a huge bag of pipe tobacco. Like we're not talking cig tobacco, we're talking pipe tobacco, the strongest stuff you can buy. And we just sit there making like 20 cigs at a time. Dude, that was also one of the hustles, dude. We go there, make like 100 cigs, go and sell them $1 each at the school to be able to buy actual brand cigarettes. The hustle, dude. They were terrible though. You'd have to like flick them out, otherwise they'd be falling all over the place. That reminds me of the terrible time. I think I already told this story. When we got caught in the rain and when I went to go smoke one of these roll-your-owns and the cherry fell out as I was taking a pee. You can imagine what happened. You can check out the whole video if you want to hear more about that. That was terrible. So we roll up some super loose, roll-your-own cigarettes. I think we were smoking cigs out by the library in my town, dude. There used to be this like really cool wall that divided from like the parking lot to like a drop-off down to like a creek. And you could kind of walk like to the left of the wall and go down to the creek. It was a chill spot, man. There used to be this giant sewer tunnel that like where the creek led to, and you could crawl all the way under the road and it would lead out to like one of the grocery stores across the street, like across the intersection. That's how me and one of my buddies escaped from the cops one time. It was awesome. But, you know, listen, was there a lot of sewer gases coming up and making us dizzy about halfway through the pipe? Maybe. Listen, was it dangerous? Probably. Would I ever recommend you doing that? No. But it was fun. It was a good time. I was like 13, 14. I didn't give a crap, man. I mean, I'm also trying not to swear as much as I can with the new YouTube guidelines, so give me a break, all right, with the PG swearing and stuff. But anyways, I remember he even brought a bowl pack. This was like one of the weird generosity days. This dude was not generous whatsoever, but I truly think he had absolutely nothing to do. Like, I don't think he would have even accepted the hangout. Because I was pretty young, dude. He was probably 17 or something, and I was 13. I was shocked that he actually, like, picked up the phone and wanted to hang out for a little bit. He brought a bowl pack. I got so baked down at the creek by the library. So freaking baked. One hit would get me annihilated. Kind of like now, honestly. My tolerance fell off a cliff. I don't know what happened. So now I'm blasted. Smoking cigs, dude. Having a good time. It's like the textbook best temperature out. It is just the birds are chirping. Sun is shining. Couldn't ask for a better day, honestly. I think at this point we walked up to the library because we didn't want to like chill down there because we were smoking and stuff. And like, I don't know, dude. The cops in my town are crazy. If someone calls the cops, they'll be there 30 seconds, ready to go, dude. Like, they have nothing to do, and they used to love trying to catch us doing this kind of stuff. So we moseyed our way up to the library. I remember leaning up against a bike rack, smoking another cig, getting all buzzed out and dizzy because I was just started smoking cigs at that point, and they had freaking pipe tobacco in these cigarettes. And then I get another call from my dad, dude. I get another call from my dad, and he's equally as mad. He is equally just like, I can't believe you. I can't believe you. The school called me. You've got an out-of-school suspension now. And I'm sitting there like, hey, more time to play RuneScape, am I right? Listen. He'd take the damn router out of the house sometimes, too. That was just... it was so bad, dude. The worst, dude. When I was like the Halo 3 days, the upstairs neighbors didn't have a password on their Wi-Fi, so when he'd take the router, I'd just hop on their Wi-Fi, but they caught on. They caught on real quick after that. But anyways, his boss let him leave the job to come and give me a ride home. He was like, you're not hanging out with your friends all day on this nice day outside. Listen, you're supposed to be in Saturday school. Now you're suspended from school. Way to go, Cody. He was all sorts of flustered. I wish I just had a picture of the teacher's face. I wish I could just explain to you the utter shock of I cannot believe what you are saying. Like, you are about to leave Saturday school. You got in trouble for showing up super late to school. Oh, I'm completely forgetting a huge part of this story. The reason I even had a Saturday school is because, oh my God, I told the story wrong. I'm now just remembering. This is the worst, dude. Remembering like a key point of the story this far in. I got a detention. When they sat down, they gave me a detention for being late to school. I skipped the detention. Then I got the Saturday school. Then I left the Saturday school. That is why my dad was so mad. He's like, I can't control you. Like, what's going on, dude? You're gonna get kicked out of school. He was freaking out, dude. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that aspect of this, dude. I skipped detention, then skipped Saturday school. Oh, it was so bad. That's why they were like, all right, out of school suspension. So the dude I was with made sure to leave before my dad showed up because my dad already hated him, dude. I already got in trouble with him in middle school and stuff. He was already on my dad's bad list of people I wasn't supposed to hang out with. I didn't want to deal with that. So he left, and I'm just sitting there by the bike rack, just enjoying the day. Like, man, the last couple minutes of peace before being yelled at in the car, you know, just savoring it, absorbing the sun. I remember he pulled in, I got in the car, he gave me the disappointment face. Just the dad disappointment, what is wrong with you? All right. You can't be doing this. You're suspended from school. We're not even a month into your freshman year. You have an out of school suspension. You're doing a good job so far, buddy. Gave me the whole rundown. I think he even left the router home, dude. Because I was like, oh, you know, like I didn't have any work to do. The teacher was mean. They wouldn't let me sleep. He was like, there's no excuse. You should have just sat there, man. Bro, I bet back when he was in school, they would have slapped him with a ruler or something. I call myself old all the time, but I'm glad I'm not that old, dude. That would be, I would have lost it if they were to hit me with a damn ruler. Do they still do that? Please let me know in the comments if anybody's ever experienced that, because that's crazy. It is crazy to me. So this whole experience definitely made me a little bit more cautious, a little bit more like, all right, I can't be getting in trouble that much. It didn't last very long, though, to be honest. My freshman year, I was relatively good, you know, well-behaved. Towards the halfway point of my sophomore year is really when things hit the fan, dude. That was when I just stopped caring whatsoever, and then I would be skipping school left and right, leaving school. The cops would be looking for us. That's when a lot of the stories started happening, but this day, I'll always remember it was like the first time I ever got a teacher that mad, and it was the first time where I actually just like left. I mean, the first day of freshman year I left school, but that was kind of like with other people, and we didn't get in trouble that much. They were like, come on, Cody, you can't be doing that, one of those. But this was like, I already got in trouble, skipped the detention, got the Saturday school, and now I left that. Like, it was just a combination of consequences. I hope you guys enjoyed an insight of like the beginning of all of these stories. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any like skipping school stories, or even skipping Saturday school, what happened, or just making a teacher like red in the face mad. Like that was honestly one of the most fun, some of the most fun times I ever had in high school, was just making teachers so mad. I know that's pretty messed up, low-key, but at the same time, it was just so fun for me back then. I don't know what it was. It was just like the rebel inside of me that just like loved making teachers mad. I hope you guys got a laugh out of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Check out all of my social media, including live streams on Twitch at xCodeh.com. Stay high, stay lifted, and stay snazzy.